Greetings, family. Welcome to Eureka Elementals, my dears. Wow. I was just pulling some cards. I had a trip this past weekend and I took a day off. I literally slept until 2 o'clock once, got everybody to school. I just needed to rest. And I was called to pull some cards because the numbers I kept seeing. On the road, lots of numerical signs: 444, 1414, 1212, 111, 1111. There was a truck line called Ascend. Just interesting stuff. And I said, people are bothered. I don't know if you've been noticing it. You might be getting calls, texts, emails, some people you hadn't heard from in a while. They realize that you have ascended to a new level and they can no longer tap into your energy. And these were people who were potentially social climbers, and things are not happening for them the way they are happening for you. There is a sense at this particular point of, oh my God, I can't tap into that energy to continue rising. They're now using their own energy for their own purpose too. So this is about your God frequency. You've tapped in, my dears, to your God frequency, and you are now stepping in to the fullness of who you are meant to be, right? Remember, we're all fractals of the divine. We came in to do big things. So I just pulled a lot of energy here on the table. These people are too arrogant to recognize judgment in the flesh. My dears, you are walking judgment. And they were so used to, oh, what a tangled web we weave when we conspire to deceive. They had a history of deceiving people, right? Of manipulating people, right? Deception, manipulation. And so it was one of those things where they end up being trapped in their own web of lies, right? And so these were people who drew you in. They said whatever it took to capture you in their web, right? The web of deceit. And you're diligent being you, but they had destructive intentions towards you. So what did you do? You turned within, you went within, and you made the necessary changes, okay? They did not, these were energies, right, that cast an illusion over you. They did not appreciate the individuality that you brought to the table too. What did I say? You were walking judgment in the flesh, number 11. So this was an energy that was too arrogant. Judgment is number 11, okay? And today is the 10th of March. Tomorrow is the 11th. It is my birthday tomorrow. But they were too arrogant to recognize judgment in the flesh, right? So you were walking judgment, you were walking balance, you were walking earth, you were walking bliss, you were walking energy. They were too arrogant to see this, right? They didn't honor the individuality that was uniquely you, okay? And so now they end up being trapped in their own cycle of deception, of lies, and of I'm hearing of the dark arts too. So what did they end up doing? They had this history of carrying on this way, and they've gotten away with it. I'm hearing until you were the one that changed the game for them. You changed the game for them. They were no longer able to manipulate to that level. These were people who got away with, they were arrogant, they sell you dreams. And these dreams that were, they write a check that they couldn't cash. I'm hearing they write a check they couldn't cash. And they sold people all of these lies, these manipulations, whatever it took to get you to commit and put in your energy, not knowing again that you, because of your individuality, okay, they cast an illusion on you, but they didn't know, again, darling, that the divine sent you. You were their test. They were too arrogant to realize that you were judgment in the flesh. Okay? Listen, I keep hearing judgment in the flesh. You're going to hear about them. They're going to suffer. You're going to hear about them. You may even feel sorry for them too. And the divine is saying they didn't feel sorry for you. They didn't feel sorry for you. Okay? This is what they have to learn, is to honor people as they are. Right? They use your, these are people who crafted and sold you these lies, these magic. They utilize your creativity which is your beautiful imagination. They literally pimped out your inner child. This is what I really want you to understand. They pimped out your inner child so that they can create this gold nest for themselves. So they thought. Because what happened is that once they did that to you, okay, this then put a death to the situation here, right? And allowed you to embrace new beginnings. Let go of the crap and see them for who they are and start embracing new beginnings. And what that did, when they didn't honor your individuality, when they sold you down the road to perdition, right? There was no celebration. Okay, there was no celebration. But what did that allow you to do? To tap more and go within, right? You felt, oh my gosh, I missed a celebration with this energy. I missed the bliss. Okay, but Spirit's saying no. Okay, this was not meant for you. We had bigger plans for you too. This energy was utilized to show you how much you need to tap into your innate power and the individuality that we laid within you. You did just that with the ocean tides. You tapped into that element. You realized that you were the force to be reckoned with. You realized that you were the engine behind the machine that they were using. Okay, and so at that particular point, you started to not underestimate yourself anymore. All right, and so the sun here is here illuminating the fact that you were the power behind their throne. Okay, and at that point, you began to realize, if I've got this power, if I'm like the ocean, okay, and everybody respects the ocean, honey, so they cannot, as powerful as they thought that they were, they could not understand or understand or overstand or at least underestimate the power that you had within you. You at that point decided to embrace your unbridled power. And it was a game changer. You started facing things head on. You started making waves. You embraced the waves, right? And then you tap into your optimism too. You realize that the wisdom that came from the trees and from nature, and you tapped into that too. Okay? And once you tapped into nature, right? You started dedicating yourself here to what you believe in. You realize that simplicity is bliss. You may have an affinity for squirrels. You may see a lot of monarch butterflies. But nature is where you blossomed and bloomed, and where you found your inner peace and connection to the elements. This is where you go for your answers too. Okay, you also may tap into the trees. You may go under a tree, meditate under a tree, and get exactly what you need to. They thought that they had one up on you, right? And they Queen Jezebel, they traded you for a Jezebel. But what they didn't understand, they treated you like a Jezebel too. I'm hearing it's something interesting. They treated an empress, right? Like somewhat kind of harlot. They threw on you a harlot type of energy, and you be understood that. You see here, it came out in the reverse. Queen Jezebel, magnetic royal witch, right? They didn't see that about you. They didn't see that about you. They didn't see that you were a magnet, right? And you had that inner strength with the Herkimer diamond here that you have here, that you can summon within you, right? That strength, Okay, they did not see that. They didn't appreciate that within you. The fact that you deal with whatever comes your way. So you were put into time out, right, by the divine. Okay, the 21 verses 12, to really go within, to really now see and tap into that Leo, that lion within you. Okay, and what are they now realizing? Oh my gosh, they're realizing that you were the biggest opportunity that they rejected. Okay, and as a result now, okay, things are not looking too good for them. Because what happens? Well, they end up summoning judgment. Why is it judgment? Judgment from the divine, right? Because you are from the Mary Magdalene bloodline. You might have a mixture of Mary Magdalene and also Queen Jezebel bloodline. You may have a very, very, very interesting family dynamics. Mother line may be from one and the father line may be from the other, but it doesn't matter. Under any circumstances, they done messed up big time. They walked this judgment calling them here with the bloodstone, right? Because they ended up walking away from a person with a double set of inheritance, a double set of God frequency bloodline, from the bloodline of Mary Magdalene and from the bloodline of Queen Jezebel too. So perhaps whatever advice that they got, they treated you like a harlot, because perhaps when they met you, one was more dominant than the other. They didn't get proper judgment, they didn't get proper advisement to really tap in and realize that you had that high priestess energy within you, the here represented by the lapis lazuli. Your intuition gave you your truth. You were truly balanced with the divine masculine, divine feminine within. You're truly balanced with the light and the dark within you. And that is what they didn't understand and overstand. So all of the stuff that they did, they ended up essentially cutting off the one energy that could give them everything that they need and more too. Ma Kali is here. What does she say? Kali Ma Amaya. When the situation becomes unnecessarily complicated or confusing to your heart, Kali Mahamaya arises spontaneously as a protective bearer of universal truth. Ultimately, her revelation shall lead you beyond that which is deceptive or not right for you. This you are promised. She protects you from that which is unworthy of your heart and seeks to constrain your spirit. See, they never honored your individuality. So Kalima allowed you to see that they didn't have your best energy and everything in mind. They didn't honor you. They didn't love you for who you are. They only wanted to exploit you. They only wanted to sap your energy. They're the energy vampires. Suck you dry. I'm here. F you dry and suck you dry too. This was a whole, orchestrated event. You thought you were going to end up in marriage, and you believe they broke your heart, but Kalima came in and allowed and destroyed it, put an end to that, because she knew the evil plans that they had for you. She knew this. So there was a death to that situation. And it's a good thing too, because it pushed you into your highest purpose, which is to find, recognize, appreciate, and honor the strength within you. Find, recognize, and appreciate and honor the Queen Jezebel within you. Find, honor, and appreciate the Mary Magdalene within you. Balance, light and dark, dark and light. And then so that you can emerge that high priestess. This is what Kalima knew, that this was the truth all along. Right? You have this high priestess within you. So don't worry if they're too arrogant. The judgment is that you still are crowned in this energy. They can try to manipulate, but they can never, ever, ever, ever. Look at that. You have the key. They cannot take away the key from you, right? You are the opportunity. You are the bridge between both worlds. And I want you to never, ever, ever underestimate all of the magnificence, all of the power, and all of the God frequency that is within you. I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. All the best.